Hi everyone, this is Nancy with Ashes Treasures. Welcome back to our channel. And this is part 2 of the histamine allergy and how it affects how we live. And what I'm going to talk about tonight is the food that are a high histamine food, which means it can trigger a histamine reaction, which I made a list in the first video. And because if you don't have the DAO and the HNMT enzyme, or if you're low in those enzymes, this is why your body has those reactions. The histamine foods that are high: alcohol, fermented food, and smoked meats, sardines, mackerel, herring, tuna, salami. Pickled or fermented foods: sauerkraut, pickles, relishes, soy sauce. Fermented milk products: yogurt, kefir, and buttermilk. Aged cheese: Parmesan, Gouda, Swiss, cheddar. Dried fruit or fruits: strawberries and citrus. I'll get more into all this. Vegetables: tomatoes, tomato products, spinach, chickpeas, soybeans, peanuts, cinnamon, chocolate, greens, wheat. Histamine releasers or liberators, and I'll explain what that is: citrus, papaya, pineapple, nuts, strawberries, egg white additives, DO blockers, or alcohol, black and green tea. So with that, yes, I made a lot of notes. There's a lot of information. I'll have the links again. But histamine releasers are liberator foods, meaning they're not histamine in themselves, but they can trigger the body cells to release histamine. So that's why, like, our favorite foods like strawberries and citrus fruits are on there. Um, and medications are on the list also. Foods to eat are free range eggs, grass fed meat, gluten free grains, rice, Kiwana, Quiona. I cannot pronounce that word, but I'm quite sure everybody else can. The funny thing is, little one can't have it. We can't have that. That just triggers a bad reaction. And millet. Fruit: you can have pears, watermelons, apples, melons, grapes, cherries, blueberries, and blackberries. Fresh vegetables, leafy greens, and it does say tomato, spinach, and eggplant. Then coconut milk, rice milk, almond milk, ghee, coconut oil, olive oil, herbal teas, chia, flax, and hemp seeds, coconut cream, and coconut butter, and coconut meat. They say those are good to have. The healthy oils, of course, your extra virgin olive oil, coconut oil, MCT oil, avocado, tallow, and lard from grass-fed animals, and grass-fed butter and ghee. The unhealthy oils, it's like one girl said, if you don't eat the plant, you don't eat the oil. Canola oil, you can't, there's no plant. Corn oil, hydrogenated or partially hydrogenated oils of any type, peanut oil, conventional lard and tallow, and soybean oil. And let's see here. What also I found was that the spices that can trigger a histamine reaction: cinnamon, anise, curry, hot paprika, and nutmeg. Your balsamic vinegar, vinegars of all kinds, soy sauce, miso, ketchup, mustards, nuts, trail mixes, breakfast cereals, granola bars containing nuts, nut butters, almond butter, hazelnut butters are considered off limits until you get it under control. Most grains are okay unless gluten sensitive, but make sure your cereals and other grain foods are free from ingredients that have high tryptophan and histamine food. Unfortunately, chocolate is rich in both, and I don't know what else to say about that, so I'm sorry. I really don't use regular chocolate because we just, little one can't have chocolate, regular chocolate, so we have vegan chocolate from Enjoy Life. So you have cakes and cookies and muffins that's made with apples, cottage cheese, flour, sugar, maple syrup, and honey. And then again, what's off limits are like your cured meats, your bacon, your ham, your deli meat, your sausage, and jerky. Eat fresh fish, poultry, meat, and eggs. And foods that release or histamine liberators. I found another list, which is foods that help release the histamine, not necessarily they have the histamine in them. Bananas, pineapple, citrus fruits, oranges, limes, lemons, and grapefruit. Strawberries, papaya, nuts, spices, tomatoes, legumes, cocoa, alcohol, and food with additives. Now to the list that people that have this is what are able to eat. So these are antihistamine foods. Red bell pepper, kale, parsley, green sweet peppers, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, mustard, greens, mango, watercress, cauliflower, elderberries, calf liver, turnips, peaches, green beans, pumpkin, potato, sweet potato, zucchini, carrots, apples. And then you salt your child's pepper, olive oil, and I did the other list about what else to eat. Now, what we have figured out and what we have found out is that, say, Chiquita bananas. Well, my son may be able to eat them and not have a reaction, but I may eat the same banana, or not the same one he had, but from the same bunch, and I start to itch because itching is my thing. My eczema comes from it. So that's something we've had to try out and everything. When we got the report that day about her allergies, we were sitting in the car, and my daughter-in-law was going through the list, and it said olive oil, but I was like, then it said, do you use olive oil? I'm like, what are you talking about? And then it kind of like the bells went off. Like, it's like, oh my goodness, it is also the way foods are processed. It could be the way what maybe pesticide or whatever was used on the food from the farmers that could enhance the histamine reaction. And then I realized what was going on with my hands. And we have a store called Fresh Time, and their olive oil was, it's good olive oil. There's nothing wrong with it. And, it's a good price and everything. And I was like, you're kidding me. I think I know what's been triggering my hands for the most part. And so that weekend we went to the grocery store, went to Sam's Club, picked up, hold on, Bertolli, Bertolli. Went back to that brand, and immediately my hands stopped itching, the scales started healing up, my fingers stopped splitting apart as part of it, and I was just like, oh my goodness, you're kidding me. That one thing I have been using for the last 2.5 years, 2.5 to 3 years, has been the whole cause, almost the whole cause. I won't say the whole cause of my health issues. And I'm just like, this is amazing. I'm like, I'm not digging at my fingers because they're itching so bad. I feel like they're going to itch right off my hands. And I'm just like, we had pictures of before what my fingers look like, and I can take pictures of what now they look like. It's just been amazing. So it's not so much as give up all your foods or, give up all your favorite foods, give up chocolate. If you don't, just try it. Just if you think something's maybe the cause of it, stop for a week of eating whatever it is, and then if symptoms go away or start to clear up, then you might know that's probably the cause. You know, if all else fails, you can start limiting different other foods and understand, um, do medications do this? A lot of times, the doctor says don't take medication for too long. Don't take ibuprofen for too long because it's going to hurt your liver. They know more than what they're letting on. I'm sorry. I've most of us, we all know to heal our bodies naturally, and I believe God gave all that to us for a specific reason. Yes, there are times when medical necessity comes into play, and you have to have medicine to help clear things up or something else. But when a doctor, here, take, aspirin, ibuprofen, Motrin, or whatever for such and such, but don't take it for too long, there's some clues there. So I don't know if because of medicine I've had to take or health issues from the past. I've had um, double bronchitis when I was 16, so it could have been from there. It could have been a hereditary thing. It could have been I was born without the enzyme. I don't know. I think my son was born without the enzyme because of everything is just uh, opening up, and like look, we prayed and the Lord just opened the door and said, "Look, now here's your answer. Now let's see what else we can do." So this coming year for Christmas, all three of us, uh, me, my son, and my daughter-in-law, are going to do the 23andMe and get it all back and see exactly what is going on, because he can have some things that I can't have. I can have some things that he can't have. And it's just like at one time, Anastasia could have bananas. Then all of a sudden, she just didn't want them. She kept saying it hurt her tummy, it hurt her tummy. Kids are smarter than we are. And how we end up forgetting things like that is beyond me. Kids know if something they eat hurts their tummy, they're not going to eat it again. As adults, we eat something that hurts us. It's like, okay, whatever. And then we eat it again. And we're like, did we ever even learn something from that? I don't know. But this really opened my eyes to different things I could eat and things I couldn't. And then I started making them a list. Yes, I have a band-aid on this finger because right here is split. It didn't cut. It actually split because I had a reaction to something I ate. Let's see here. I can find it real quick. All right. The olive oil, I said. Nuts. Mm, I love peanuts. Hazelnuts are my favorite. Almonds, cashews, you name it. I love all of it. Certain brands I cannot have. And so I have this great big container that we got from a big box store that I can't have. I can't eat. Because when I do, I start to itch. And it's that immediately. And I'm just like, oh, I'll start to cry. It's like, you're kidding me. So the others can have it, which is fine because it still gets eaten because everybody else can have it. They do not have a reaction. I do, but it still gets eaten. So that is not wasted money, which I'm glad. So, but that could be that's just that brand. It could be the way it's processed, um, or however they manufactured it. But I probably could go somewhere else, get another thing of mixed nuts, and be fine. So that's the way we have to. Yes, and it's going to be a long process. Believe me. Um, yeah, within 30 minutes, I was itching with those mixed nuts. Chex Mix. Hmm. Yeah, I can't have that either. I love Chex Mix. Not, my granddaughter can eat a whole big bag if we let her. Everybody else can have them. I cannot. So then, Band-Aids. I cannot have anything with latex. Latex also has powdered milk in it. Don't ask me how. I don't know. I don't know why they do that. But no, I cannot have anything that has latex, and neither can the little one. Soda. No, we're not supposed to drink soda. We know soda is bad for us. But I can drink diet soda and I don't have a reaction. If I drink regular soda, I have a reaction and start to itch. Um, Certain chili powders. Now we're going to start looking at making our own chili powder because, yes, my garden has started. We've got some things coming up. I'll be in another video. But chili powder, a certain grocery store, and it's nothing against the grocery store. It's not their fault or anything. It's just that people don't know. But certain brand of chili powder, the Kroger brand, is just the Kroger brand. I've even called and asked what's in there, and they give me the list what's on the label. I was like, well, what's the spices? The spices that's on the label. And I'm like, no, what's the extra spices? And they can't even tell me what that is. So, but every time we've had that, used that chili powder, we've all of us has had a reaction in some way, shape, or form. Whether it's the stomach bloating or the you feeling nausea, vomiting, the itching. Little one breaks out in hives and everything. And of course, she has to have a Benadryl. So we don't use, not going to use that brand. However, rubber brand of spices and everything, we're okay with. All of us are good with it. So it's just like I said, it depends on the brand, and we all know if you go to M.I. Gardner, Baker Seeds, any of them, you see the tons of different types of strawberries, blueberries, beans, tomatoes. So it could be we find with a Roma tomato, but a beefsteak tomato we can have. So it's just a try and error type of deal. Um, let's see here. Bacon, yes, bacon was on the no list, but bacon from GFS, we're good with. It's called Gordon Food Service. That's here in Ohio. We all three, I mean, all four of us, of course, little one was fine with it anyway because it's bacon. It has no milk, whatever in it, but we're all fine with that. We can eat that. We're good. Bisquick, we made pancakes. All of us is fine with that. I can have the eggs from Aldi. I do not have a reaction to that. We also got some hash browns and tried those out from GFS, and we were A-okay with that. No reactions. And then we do, pork chops. We allow asparagus and pork chops and chicken, roasted potatoes. Let's see. Now, we did end up getting some Kroger brand ice cream cones, and everybody had a reaction to that. Well, I don't know. I'm going to take that back. Little one and her daddy did not. My daughter-in-law and I did. So, like I said, it just affects everybody differently. But I just wanted to let y'all know what we found out, that it could help somebody else along to figure out that I don't have money to go to the doctor. You know, I live on unlimited income, and by all means, when my doctor visit, if I go see my physician, it's $120 for a doctor visit. And I'm just like, no, I think I can sit here and figure out myself. If I need to go, I know when I need to go. I had pneumonia 4 years ago. When I sit there and I was just going, I can't breathe. I knew I needed to go to the hospital. So, yes, we were raised to be having common sense on when to go to the doctor and when we didn't need to go to the doctor. And learning about all this and everything has just been kind of a relief that after all these years, my son will be 27. I can't believe he's going to be 27. And I felt really bad because all those years of him being sick, and he would just eat foods and just it would just come back up, and everybody blamed the sphincter muscle, which that is part of the issue still, his sphincter muscle at the end of the esophagus. It doesn't close still all the way. But if they had just done the simple test as a food allergy test like I had asked, we could have avoided a whole lot of other things. But that's okay. God gave us the answer now, so we can sit there and live, make our life better with the foods that we eat. And I was like, here, yes, going through a list of things to get at the grocery store. So now we have bok choy, we've got kale. I haven't had artichoke yet, so I'm willing to try that. Atlantic seaweed, I haven't had that either, so I heard that's pretty good. And then pears. Pears is another thing that we got instead of oranges. So with that, life is full of surprises around the corner each and every day. And I hope this helps everybody. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I'll be glad to answer them. I will leave the links again in this video also. But I want to say thank you for watching and coming and sharing with us. And subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, and ring the bell for notifications. And we'll see you next time on Ash's Treasure. Later. I don't think it won't stop. How about that?